So if we're doing the slanted steps for your very first time, I always find it easier to tell them what they need to know to stay safe and then let them try it by themselves. After they go the first time, you can start giving them corrections and hints on how to become better. I find the best way for anyone to start off is learning how to do the 3-step technique. It's the easiest way to make it through all the steps by taking 3 steps on each of the slanted steps. It's pretty easy to keep going as long as you're leaning forward and you stay low on it. When you get higher on the steps, it becomes a bigger jump. If you stand up straight or you lean back at all, it gets really hard to actually move forward. A lot of first-timers are going to try to approach this just like they see everyone on the show do, and that's with just a 1-step technique. And for their first time, it takes too much speed for that to be safe. So really encourage the 3-step technique, and once they have that, where it's a habit, that's their plan B to fall back on, they can start trying the 1-step from there. But never let them go with 2 steps. That's going to make them cross their feet every time they go from 1 step to the other, and that's when they can trip over themselves and things get a little dangerous. For the 3-step technique and the 1-step technique, it's going to be important that you keep your body weight centered between both sides of the steps. Your hips and your shoulders should be squared up to where your final destination is. You don't want to be turning and jumping to each one. That's the cat leg technique. And that's not necessary unless the steps are so far apart that you actually need to turn, jump, and launch with both feet. It's very rare that that happens. Also, with little kids, they like to try this because they feel safer, but it's actually more dangerous to be landing with all that force than it is to just stay low and keep moving. Another thing to watch out for when you're teaching somebody the slanted steps is if you're going to be starting with the step on the left side first, you're going to want to hit with your left foot first. If you start out with your right foot on the left side, you're already crossing your legs, turning your body away from where you want to go, and it's going to mess up the 3 steps for everything along the way. You really want to start with left foot on the left side, or start with your right foot on the right side. When it's time to start learning the 1-step technique, they're going to have to go a little faster to make it through. You got to remind them that even though they're going faster, they still have to look down at what their feet are doing. A lot of kids get too focused on the landing mat and not so much focused anymore on what their feet are doing, and that's when they start missing their steps and falling down. So with the 1-step, you really have to lean forward, move faster, and keep watching where your feet are going.